This is my first attempt at a sped up video. I think the original length was around 25 or 26 minutes, so I brought it down to 16, and if it still seems like it's kind of dragging on a little bit and going a bit slow, then on a future video, I'll speed it up a bit more. So this is versus a Poketuber, Cowheads, also a good friend of mine, who is in boot camp at the moment and probably will not see this video for another like 6 months. But he is playing his old Zekeels Terrakion deck, so old by, I mean like with the last format cards with Collector and things like that, and I'm playing Darkrai Hydreigon. This is one of the first versions that I had when I only had one Darkrai, so I kind of had to, I'm running revives and communications and stuff like that. This is actually one of my first games on the new online game. So to kind of catch up with what we've seen, Sableye my active, he Dynamo tries to paralyze me but doesn't work, and I'm pretty much just getting set up now using Junk Hunt to get that level ball back. Actually, I'm gonna have to get used to this fast forward stuff. I've already got his Willis in play, Deano on the bench, Hydreigon, so I'm looking pretty good. He gets an eel in play. He's got Terrakion on the bench, which is not good news for my Darkrai. Now, he does have an advantage because he's playing with the last format, so he's got Pont, he's got Collector, he's got lots of other good supporters that he can choose from, but we'll see how it works out. And he hits me for another 10 and still can't paralyze me, so let's see. I'm going to attach the blend. I don't want to Juniper away everything, so let's try, looks like I'm going to level ball, probably just, well, yeah, I'll get another Sableye, bench it, and then random receiver. Oh, no, I decided Juniper. Well, I guess with the energy in hand, or the energy going away, that wasn't that bad. So, double Dirt Patch, actually, and move it all onto Darkrai, so he's ready to attack. I'm going to free retreat back to Darkrai, Night Spear to knock out that Dynamo and do some damage to that Terrakion as well. So you can read the fun little comment in the bottom, or commentary, I guess, in the bottom, not really commentary, but the conversation we're having back and forth. So, like I said, he's a good friend of mine, so when I go mwahaha, it's all out of niceness. I would not do that to a typical opponent, just because if it's someone I don't know, it's actually kind of mean, but Mike's a good friend of mine, so, yeah, Mike Cowhead. Anyway, so he promotes his Terrakion, and, surprisingly does not attach the energy onto Terrakion, the second energy, to be able to retaliate, and that's probably because he knows he's not going to get the retaliate knockout on me because I've got that Eviolite. Now, he could do a lot of damage to me, but chances are I've got a max potion, which I do have in hand, and looks like he just passes. So this actually gets me a great opportunity. I'm going to Ultra Ball away. I actually Ultra Ball away my max potion, which I don't think I meant to do. I think I meant to Ultra Ball away the level ball, and I just went too fast. But, well, I guess it really didn't matter since he didn't actually attack me. So, oh, that's why he didn't use Retaliate, because no, I did knock out a Dynamo. Didn't I knock out a Dynamo? Yeah, so, yeah, I knocked out a Dynamo, put some damage on Terrakion. How did I get 30 on the other Dynamo? Huh. Yeah, I guess this is the bad part about things being sped up, is that I'm actually kind of a little lost as to what I did. But then again, you can actually pay attention and probably see things a lot better. So I did knock out a Pokemon. He's got 2 energy prisms actually attached to Terrakion. So he's not going to be able to knock me out unless he's got a Tool Scrapper in hand, but he can do some significant damage. So unless I have the max potion in hand, which I don't, looking pretty good on his end. Now, I can retreat, which is what I'm going to do, back to my Sableye, and hope he doesn't have the catcher. But just in case he does have the catcher, I'm going to Dart Trance some of this energy off, and, Yeah, just so he doesn't take out all my energy on the field, I'm going to bring up Electric to stall him a bit, so he has to have the catcher and the switch in order to knock me out. And I'm going to Junk Hunt to get back a Max Potion and a Random Receiver. So Max Potion, I'm going to heal off that 160 damage, and Random Receiver, I am going to get a Supporter and hopefully get a Juniper and just get rid of the level balls in my hand. So he plays Engineers, so he's got a nice big hand, so chances are he does have the catcher and switch, but I can still hope. He's got what, 3, 6, 10 cards in hand, but yeah, he's not really playing anything. He could also have the DCE in hand to retreat. That could do it as well. So he's got a Super Rod in Terrakion, Fighting, and Zekrom EX. I think he threw that away on something earlier in the game. And he's going to put another energy on Terrakion. So, looks like another Fighting. There's a switch. And he's going to be able to, yeah, knock me out. So, Land Crushes for the knockout. So, I promote that Darkrai, my only Darkrai, and now I'm going to trans off all the energy, heal, and then pretty much trans it back on. But now I hit the Bianca, so I really don't need to use my Random Receiver quite yet. I probably should have burned some of those level balls just because there's really nothing else I'm going to be searching for. Maybe get another Sableye on the field, but I really don't even need that. So I probably should just burn them and been able to Bianca for a few more, but you know, maybe there I don't have as many cards in my deck as I think I do, so maybe that was a better play. So I'm gonna hit him for 90 and do some damage. Looks like to the Zekrom. I figure if I hit another catcher, I'll just bring up the eel and take him out in one shot rather than doing it 30-30-30. I want to get that Zekrom close to being knocked out before he can outrage me for a lot of damage. And right now I'm looking good, because unless he's got a plus power, Terrakion's only going to be able to hit me for 160, and I've got another Max Potion in hand. So, feeling really good. Like I said, this is a pretty interesting match considering he has the advantage with you know, playing older cards, Collector and Pomp and things like that. So he Ultra Balls look like 2 Lightnings, which is pretty good to get another Terrakion on the field, which is the bane of my existence. Terrakion, I never seem to play with it very well when I try out Terrakion, but I never have really favorable matchups against it. I always struggle. I've won quite a few against Terrakion, so it's not like I can't pull those matches out, but I do struggle with them. So it looks like he had also attached Lightning to Terrakion, or perhaps it was a Dynamotor. And then he played Pont to get a fresh new hand of 6. I miss Pont so much. Just that was such a useful card. And trying to see if that's a third energy on Zekrom. Yes, if I read the game log up at the front, he does attach to Zekrom. And he's going to put some damage on the Hydreigon. Very interesting. He knows he can't knock it out, or knock out the Darkrai, so he went for the Hydreigon instead. But I still have the Max Potion, so just went ahead and got rid of that damage. There's a Revive, which is meant for a Darkrai, if I could get a Darkrai. And I'm going to go ahead and end just to while I still have a high enough hand. So I don't know why I'm burning the level ball, or I'm not burning the level balls. But I'm going to go ahead and trans on an energy to Hydreigon, retreat, trans it back on, and yeah, and then he's saying he should have gone for the Sableye instead of the Hydreigon. Possibly, although I would have gone for the other Deano just to make sure I don't get another Hydreigon in play. And that also would have taken an energy off the field. So that would have been my play, I think. But, yeah. Go ahead and take the knockout while I can. And I Night Spear again to knock out that Terrakion, pull into my second Hydreigon. So if he had been able to knock out that one Hydreigon, that really would have hurt because I only have one. Or had one. I only, unfortunately, have 2. And then, of those 2, one was prized. So he's going to promote his Zekrom. and it's got 30 damage on it. So he could outrage me for 50, or he could bolt strike for 120, but then does enough damage to himself that even with the Eviolite, I think I can still knock him out next turn. He reduces by 20, he goes to 50, does 90. No, I'd still be 10 short. Interesting. Anyway, so he promotes the Zekrom, but he's trying to actually retreat back to Terrakion, but his Stadium card isn't working. If you read the comments in the bottom, it's saying he can retreat, but I'm guessing telling him that he has to pay 2. But if I look at it right now, he only had to pay 1, and Sky Arrow doesn't give you free retreat, it just reduces it by 1. So he may have just misunderstood the Stadium card, but he pays the 1 retreat cost for Zekrom, or maybe it actually started working. Then Dynamotors the Lightning back onto Zekrom, and then hits my Darkrai for 160. So now it's my turn. I don't have another Max Potion in hand, sadly, so I'm gonna attach a Dark. Come on, burn those level balls. Or at least burn one of them to see if you have another Sableye in the deck to get onto the field. But I have a feeling I should probably junk hunt and get some max potions back and just hope he doesn't have the catcher in order to get that damaged Darkrai. I'm thinking that's the play. I'm probably still going to end. It may help him some, but I might as well get them out of my hand so that when I'm down to 1 or 2 prizes, I'm not hurting myself that bad. So there, I finally do a level ball, and there's nothing in there anyway, so guess it really didn't matter. Maybe my 3rd Sableye is prized, or maybe this is a version of the deck when I only ran 2 Sableyes, so hard to say. So I just burned the other level ball, end for 3, and get a Mewtwo, which is actually very interesting. So now I have a choice. I could still go for the Sableye, give him a free prize pretty much, most likely. No, it looks like I am going to take out that Terrakion with my Hydreigon. And I do have quite a bit of energy on the field, so I can safely do that. And looks like I'm going to get all of the energy off of my Darkrai in case he does knock it out. But yeah, and I know Hydreigon is glitched now. Maybe it's fixed now, but it was at least recently glitched. But at least back when this video was being taken, it was not glitched, and so the glitch before was now, whatever, however you want to say it, was that Hydreigon would basically just freeze as soon as you tried to do something. So he Junk Arms, and another card that I miss being out of format. Junk Arms for the catcher, and he's gonna bring up that Darkrai, and yeah, so I'm glad that I Dark Transed all that energy off of it, and I've got the Revive in hand to get it back on the field. So I'm at a significant prize advantage right now that I'm not really worried about losing 2 prizes. I'll still be 1 up, and I'll be able to take the Darkrai or the Zekrom out on the next turn, versus lots of different ways. Actually, I could load up a Mewtwo. Yeah, he does it with Outrage, so I'd have to really load up the Mewtwo, I think. So I'm going to make sure I put that in the active position. He's at 100, and with the Eviolite, I need to do 120 to him, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, I've got enough energy on the field. So, revive the Darkrai. Come on. This is sped up, so I should be doing this a lot faster, but I think I'm actually typing in the corner. And it's kind of funny, if you type a really long sentence, it censors it, and it gives you this weird little face. It's a censor face, and you don't even have to say anything bad in it. It's just, it censors it. It's quite annoying. So, I'm trying to decide whether I want a Juniper for a fresh hand or just Bianca, so I ended up going with the Bianca. Gonna Dark Trans some energy onto the Mewtwo, load it up to get that knockout on Zekrom, bring me down to 1 prize, and then he only has 1 eel on the field. Now I need to communicate that Hydreigon back in to get the other ability Hydreigon. Yep, and go ahead and use my rare candy. So I have 2 Hydreigon in play, so if he does pull out some crazy miracle and gets the energy, I don't know how, but gets the energy onto something to knock out my Hydreigon, I'm still good with another one. So Yeah, and I tease him saying that the eel is coming for me. So take my second to last prize, and I don't really know if there's much else that he can do. He still has 3 prizes to take. I've got my Darkrai on the field, so anything I have has free retreat. I can, with my Mewtwo, I can hit for up to 2, 4, 6, 80, 100 if I add that energy in my hand. I can use Hydreigon to hit for 140. I'm feeling pretty good. So I'm actually just going to load up the Mewtwo and do as much damage as I possibly can. So I'm going to Juniper, see if I can hit a Dark Patch, and I hit a Dark Patch. So, and I'm just being mean at this point. Bringing up all the energy and going to X-Ball, or I could just Side Drive. It's actually, And I decided to Side Drive just because I don't always get to Side Drive. So, I Side Drive for the knockout on the final Electric, and that is the end of the game. So, again, this is with a YouTuber named Calheads. It really wouldn't do any good if you visited his channel or tried to contact him because he's in boot camp right now in complete isolation, not allowed to have any internet access, computers, phones, anything whatsoever. But really cool guy, and we've actually got a few more games with him, so I'll probably be posting those throughout the coming weeks. So hope you enjoyed the sped up version. I need a little bit of practice keeping up with what's happening in the sped up version, but I think it still worked out pretty well. So I think I'll continue to do it and kind of cap out my videos at around the 15-ish minute mark. I think that will make them a little bit enjoyable for everyone and easier to record. So thanks again for watching.